Hello everyone, welcome back to the relatively early stages of round 3 of the Hollow Knight Randomizer tournament. This is a Swiss format, so no one's been eliminated yet, and today it's going to be, both these guys are 0-2, it's going to be ChocoChipPancakes versus Mudpip, and we're just going to get them counted down right about now. So they should be off shortly. Do we want to look at the board, and particularly the False Knight Brooding Maulet goal?
Yeah, so let's take a look at this board. We have the False Knight Brooding Maulet is probably one of the first goals that we're going to see unless we see one of the charms in the shop, and then VK Massive Moss Charger.
Yep, VK Massive Moss Charger, also a very early goal. Almost any progression will get you into green path.
Yep.
What else? Lord Tablet Cliff's not too early. 1500 Geo can be early, but a lot of people tend to put that off a little bit. It is kind of a time commitment and also obviously a Geo commitment because you can't just take that Geo right back out of the bank.
Yeah. Lord Tablets and Mantis Village are pretty early too.
Yeah, we'll see if... yeah. Pretty easy to do that goal with vertical. It's very easy to do that goal with vertical. You can do that goal with nothing, just access to fungal wastes, but you do need to do an explosion pogo and an itemless explosion pogo at that. So we'll see if these guys are adept in that as Choco changes his skin. Did he? He clicked something. I don't know what he clicked.
He usually walks around with the brown cape, but I can't tell right now if that's what he has.
I can go on the actual stream and see if it looks brown. It might be colored slightly differently, yeah. That's like a really minor change.
Yep. I mean, he's ChocoChipPancakes, so one of our friends made us our colors, so like, I have a Smurf blue one and he has a brown one.
Distant Village Stag to start at Fury. Mudpip not warping back here, so... and I think Choco isn't either. So one of the things that you'll see a lot in this tournament is if you walk out of King's Pass and then walk right back in, it'll actually establish a hard save. So then if you quit out, or in this case just warp through bench warp, you'll go right back there, and that is faster than what they're doing right now.
I feel like in a lockout situation, sometimes, depending on how many obtains are on the board, you want to get to that Fury test first.
For this board, I'm not so sure. There's like Collector's Map and Lantern, and High Blood Sharp. Yeah, so there are a few. But we've seen boards with like a ton of obtains more than this.
Yeah.
It will make it very even though. They're breaking out at almost the same time. Mudpip may be a second ahead.
That's funny, they're like almost in sync right now.
Oh, Pip's not jumping. Oh, he's going.
Going.
Wow, they're
He's
really
deformed.
in sync. Yeah, Pip just wanted to put them back in sync. I respect it. Simple key, no High Blood Sharp Shadow, no Lantern, no Collector's Map. So they're both out.
They both check Fury.
Curious to me that Choco's loads seem very slightly faster, but that could just be me. So I wonder, they have the same load normalizer version.
Yep. I mean, I have the same load normalizer as other people, and my game loads so slow.
Yeah, it can happen. Wow, Pip is loading slow. Pip's gonna check Grubs and Choco gonna check Maulet. So kind of both unorthodox plays, if you will. One Grub King's Idol doesn't do you too much.
Except for the fact that Maulet is on the board.
Oh, right. That makes sense.
The only problem with this is that if you find a spell at, like, one of the stags, you can do Maulet so much faster with a spell. But, I mean,
yeah.
It also works out that if you find a Dreamer, you're not having to warp back to Dirtmouth to come back down.
It's also safer to do Maulet with a spell, less chance of dying.
Yeah.
Something to point out here, I think what happened is Pip tried to fall left side and just missed that Maulet platform. So instead of going back up, he probably figured, alright, I checked Grubs, I'm definitely behind here, and he's decided to just continue forward, which I really like.
Yeah.
I think going back up to Maulet would have been ultimately a waste of time. So ref divergence from the 2 runners early.
So interesting to note that Moloch is actually not in logic at this very moment because you do need a spell for it. So Choco finding Quick Slash, which from experience I can tell you is one of his favorite charms. So expect that to be equipped as soon as possible.
Yeah, and kind of showcasing one of the reasons you can do Moloch first and hope you find something at Moloch to make False Knight faster. That's also valid. And Pip going to shops early, so not even getting the Crossroads Stag, which I don't really agree with. But I do like the shops because Pip kind of knows that Choco's probably going Moloch False Knight here.
Yep. Instantly puts that Quick Slash on.
Yeah, so this bench, another bench that Pip hasn't set in. Pip actually hasn't sat in a bench yet. The only save he has is the hard save in Dirtmouth, and that's just because it will save you there. It'll save that bench automatically if you don't sit on it when you go down the Crossroads well.
Yep, there's a shortcut there. You can actually sit at the bench before you go into the arena.
Oh yeah, you can go the top route, right? Yeah.
Yep, which is exactly what Choco did.
Is that? Oh, I completely missed that. I wonder if that's fast. I can't imagine that's faster, but definitely safer. It's also a pretty relevant thing for in case you find like a stag at Grubs or a stag at a Zelda, or yeah, literally anything where you'd want to equip a charm or ride a stag, or I don't know. It's a nice bench to note that's there. Or money.
That's my favorite bench for like if you find a dash, you warp back to that and you're in green path.
Oh yeah, I mean that sitting at that bench at all is huge because like you can get to Fungal and Green Path very easily through that. I'm just talking about Choco's strat of sitting before the arena.
Yep.
But yeah, Pip did forego that bench and paying a little bit for not taking the Crossroads bench on his way here. He'll take it now. I think we saw Choco check this. I'm not sure actually. No, we did not.
I think Choco might have just sat at the bench and then just left because he doesn't know how far Pip is behind him right now.
Yeah, he misses this goal though. Rather side to King Station, Pip getting lucky and just finding a goal with the stag here. Yep, and he'll mark it. Another check they can do is Dirtmouth Stag, obviously.
Yep.
Oh, nice job on that. Actually marking the goal.
I think I remember. We talked about this.
We talked about it and I still completely forgot. So yeah, Choco will definitely get the Moloch False Knight. It should be 1-1. Pip going to False Knight here instead of Dirtmouth Stag. I'd like to see Dirtmouth Stag or checking Sly. I don't think Pip's checked Sly yet.
Nope.
So I'd like to see him do something that he won't be behind Choco. It'll be interesting when Choco marks False Knight Moloch right now and Pip will just warp out, or we'll also like to see what's behind False Knight. Elegant key at False Knight. And, Lantern is a goal behind False Knight as well, and Choco marks that immediately.
I mean, he has to. He doesn't know.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I agree with it.
Sometimes you like to hide the goals, but, like, not this early when you don't know where your, opponent is.
Yeah, a goal at False Knight is risky to hide. The thing, he sees that Pip went somewhere else, so I can see someone electing to hide that, because, like, there's very little chance they'll do False Knight, but Pip is doing False Knight, while Choco finds an almost vanilla Soul Catcher.
Almost vanilla.
And where is he going? Do you think this is Grubs, or...?
I think it's a big grub play.
Okay. So they do have progression in Lantern. That does get you to Crystal Peaks. There's one check there, and you can continue to Resting Grounds.
Oh, did he not sit at the bench?
He did. I remember us talking about it, actually.
No, he might be going for the Mass Shard, which is not in easy logic right now, but...
Yep, this isn't in logic. I'm also surprised he didn't warp to the bench. He might have forgotten he had it. Speaking from experience, it can definitely be stressful starting these with, like, immediately rushing False Knight Moloch. Your brain's only thinking about that. And Pip will find Lantern, obviously. So some options for progression here. We have Sly, which Pip has already saved, still needs to check. We have Lantern to go into
Peaks.
Peaks, yeah, thank you. And I think that's it, because Pip has already checked grubs, and it was Dash at 12 grubs, but that's
Hey, maybe
certainly
that'll
not
remind
much.
Choco to check Dirt Belt Stag.
Yep. Yeah, and the last thing I was just about to say was that Dirt Mustang that Choco just found. It served as a nice reminder to Choco and myself.
Yep.
Pip checking Sly here, which I like. Where is Choco? I guess he's going shops. I'm surprised he's not warping to some of these benches, though. Oh, Claw for Pip. World Sense is not on the board. It's God Tuner is the one we need. If you have Claw right now, some quick stuff that Pip can do, just glancing at the board, is I think the Lore Tablet and Howling Cliffs. That's very quick. The two Lore Tablets in Mantis Village, also not bad. Benchfly Massive Moss Charger is decent, but again, these are starting to take more and more time. Those first two Lore Tablet goals, probably the fastest two you can do.
Choco not going to be too far behind, I'd imagine, finding Claw as he's fighting Grub's mother. So at that point, you have to try to. Oh, Pip finding.
Oh, wow. And Pip doing one more check and getting rewarded for it. This I don't like. I don't see him continuing here, because there are two really quick goals that Mudpip can mark right now.
Yep. Come on.
So this is an option. Distant Village Stag does give you access to Beast Den, and even without any movement, you can always check the first thing in Beast Den. With Claw, you can actually check all three. Pip can't get Hair without Dream Nail, though. Choco doesn't go right to Sly.
Choco, why are you walking everywhere?
I don't know. Oh, he hasn't checked Grubs, so he doesn't know if he has to free them.
Grubs with the setup the way it is, with having like the tolerance on the Grubs.
Pip is pressing the wrong button.
Check them.
Sorry, Pip was pressing a jump instead of nail. So he was just wiggling around in there for a while. But yeah, the only thing at Grubs would be Cloak at 12, and just ended up not really mattering. And Pip elects to not check the next check here, even though he does have Claw. Dirt Mustang here, I assume? No, back to King Station. So yeah, a lot of checks from Pip. They're nice quick checks, and I like it in like a blackout sense, but I think with Lockout, Choco might find this Claw, and if Choco finds... Wow, Pip's getting rewarded though.
Yeah,
and if Choco finds the Claw, he could definitely get 2 more goals really quick. Dreamnail doesn't do too much in this board. Oh, it does 0. Actually, yeah, with Lantern, 0 is very easy.
Don't buy anything else, Choco. Don't buy anything else. There's a cloak for sale that you're gonna have to buy.
The one Geo World sense. He's considering it.
He was checking. It's one of those things.
For sure, he's looking at the board. And he goes right to Cliffs. Please warp to King's Pass.
Please warp to King's Pass, yep.
I think Choco forgot about bench warp. Oh, he remembered.
Here we go.
Pip going toward Lem here. This could help with the 1500 Geo goal. I don't see what else is really over here. Right side not too good. Another goal that's very quick with Claw, by the way. Overgrown Mound. Yep. Super easy to get to.
Couple quick checks up here. There's Motto, King's Idol, and the relic right outside of where you would start the Grim content. I don't want to see him waste time doing Jonies for 1 goal, like a 1 check. That might not even be a goal.
He could get baited to it with Lantern, but yeah, I agree. I don't think it's the play right now.
Oh, that was a collector's map.
Oh, that's a goal. Okay. So 3 random goals being found so far, if you include the King Station stag.
Yep.
And a lot of progression, mainly from Pip. But Choco could very well get to 5 or even 6 very quickly here with Claw if Pip doesn't go toward left side.
Yeah. I like the play from Choco to immediately stop what he was doing that they found Claw.
Yep.
But I hope he remembers to go back and check the other stag stations that he found.
Has he found Distant Village Stag? I don't remember
Yes,
where
they
that
both found
was.
DV stag because that was Fury.
Oh, right, those. Okay, fair enough. It looks like he's gonna get baited into the start.
It's not even. It's getting out without dive, because you have to walk all the way back through.
Yeah, you might even warp to get out, honestly.
Yeah.
Pip, you
He
have
did
dash
take that
ready.
motto bench.
There you go. Yeah, Mono Bench a pretty good bench to have. There's nothing really close to it. King's Pass being the closest.
Yeah.
Some clutch pogos from Choco.
If this ends up paying off, though.
Yeah, somewhere Pip won't be for a long time, especially once Choco marks Lore Tablet and Cliffs. Pip
Yep.
has no reason to go there. I don't know where Pip's going right now. There's nothing up here. I think he's a little lost.
Part of the problem is that if you get movement so early, you don't... And you're not, like, tunneling towards goals, you can get baited into doing a lot of different things.
Yeah, if you're not tunneling goals, I agree. Yeah, Pip is very much lost. Choco does find a Balder killer at Joni's Blessing. Probably not what he would have liked, but technically progression.
Did he put it on? No, he didn't.
Weaver Song? I didn't see. Yeah, it looks like no. So yeah, Pip going to Soul Sanctum the long way. The reason you don't have to do everything Pip did is because that lever that Pip just hit is actually hittable through the floor. One of the things that QOL adds, and Choco getting his 4th goal there in the lore tablet. So Pip kind of wasting time. He's going to go to a new area here in City Storms and Soul Sanctum, somewhere Choco presumably won't be for a while. I'm a little curious what made Pip think of storerooms necessarily, kind of a random place to go to. So Choco's slowly going toward these goals. I can even see after getting the lore tablet or after getting this bench, quitting out and going, oh no, he doesn't have dash, right? Yeah, okay, so he has to go to this way.
He can go get VK while he's over here.
Yep. Yeah, I was gonna say once he gets the green path bench, he could quit out, go to Leg Eater, and get the Mantis tablets, but without dash, you have to go through green path with Claw only.
Yep.
So this is kind of the only way Choco can go, and the way with a lot of goals, so it works out for him. It almost does a Dream Tree. He considers it. But it's the simple key check.
Confused, like, what with Pip's routing, like, what he's going for. I mean, besides checks. But
yeah, Pip seems a little lost here. I'm not sure if he knows exactly what he wants to do either. And going back. Yeah, he's going up here.
maybe he was hoping that he could find dive so he could do the lore tablets in the Sanctum?
Yeah, I mean, it's good progression toward that goal, but that's only one goal, and there are a lot of easier goals to get right now. But if he does find dive, it could be helpful. Charm Notch, however, not so much. It's gonna have a bit of a geo problem too. He didn't sell to Lem, and this, I think this is 150 for this elevator, so he can't get up it. I could be wrong about that price. He's gonna try, so we'll see. Yeah, so we can't afford the 150, he's gonna walk back. I hope he doesn't grind these guys for Geo, because this is an ugly Geo grind. Okay, LX not too.
So, Mudpip has a Dream Mill, and with the Lantern, that gives you access to Resting Grounds, which would give him access to Zero and being able to check Essence, along with Dream Shield and Dream Nail and the Sag Station.
Yep, I really like that play. I also like just going left side because there are more goals, but yeah, if something's at Essence, which is somewhat likely, using Lantern and going that way could be really, really strong.
Part of the lockout is a head game to figure out where your opponent is because you don't want to be following them.
Yeah,
the worst
but
thing you can do is be just behind somebody.
I
Like
agree, but I
going
don't
in
think
green
that's
path.
really an issue right now. I mean, you definitely have to rush goals at this point.
Yeah.
I mean, but yeah, in the sense that Choco just marked read the lore tablet and Cliffs, I don't think Pip's next play should be go to Cliffs. I
No.
agree with that. So Choco coming in toward the Massive Moss Charger and VK goal. After that, he can do Mound, and after that, he can go all the way to Lore Tablets and Mantis Village. So he could even get to 7 here with just Claw and just a little bit of left side exploration.
Yep. And I expect when he gets to Queen Station, he'll maybe check some of the other stations that he's open, like Distant Village.
You really want him to get that dash. Yeah, it's a very quick check.
I mean, okay, so when you have a dash available and you see one player dashing everywhere, and you see the other player just kind of walking around with his hands in his pocket, you're like, okay, come on, I really want you to find that dash.
Hands in his pocket. Okay, I like it.
That's what it feels like. I mean, like, in a low mobility game, when you're just walking around, like, and you have to walk everywhere, it's just like, okay, just kind of like taking a stroll.
Yeah, I mean, Dash is obviously if he knew Dash was at Distant Village, he'd 100% go get it.
Oh, yeah.
I'd definitely rather be in Choco's position. Like, not even just that it's 4-1. Like, I'd rather be at Massive Moss Charger than at Soul Sanctum right now.
Yeah. I mean, because at least there's goals in Choco's area.
So Choco just did Massive Moss Charger. He's already done VK, so he can mark that goal. He's just not marking it yet. Something notable about Lockout is you can mark the goals whenever you want. You don't have to mark it right away. You just risk your opponent locking you out. I don't know if this is intentional from Choco. It seems more to me like he just forgot Pip accidentally going by Spell Twister. No, he's going back. And did Choco miss the... Oh, he's not getting the grub, I guess? Okay.
I'll get the grub on the way down.
Oh, yeah, that's smart.
There we go.
Yeah, and he marks it. Yeah, I forgot about that one way. He's walking back. I guess he didn't get this on Sanctuary Bench, which if you're rushing VK Massive Moss Charger makes a lot of sense. Pip going for Soul Master now, continuing his City Storms and Soul Sanctum play. So 2 more goals immediately in sight for Choco, who's doing a very good job of collecting all these early goals. Those 2 goals, again, being the Lore Tablets in Mantis Village, as well as the Overgrown Mound. I suspect he'll get both of those. It'll kind of be up to him what he decides to do after. Wait, did he have the... Oh, he did have this bench. He was just walking back for no reason. I also wonder if Pip doesn't know that both Lord Tablets and Soul Sanctum does in fact require dive.
Yeah.
That could hurt him.
The only reason to really rush Soul Sanctum without a dive is if Soul Master is on the board. Because if you feel comfortable doing that fight at least, that's something that your opponent probably isn't going to be doing on a 0-0.
True. And Pip's making good work of it so far. Storms is not a bad place to check either. Soul Sanctum a little less so. But yeah, No Eyes and Logic as well for Pip. You could do like No Eyes, you could do Zero, you can do Elder Who, you can do Gorb. Like there's a lot of Essence in Logic.
Yep.
Palor only at the Mass Shard at No Eyes Darkroom. And Choco
Oh,
will
and
continue.
Pip has Dream now too. He could buy the 6 charms pins from Zelda.
Oh yeah. That's a good point. He doesn't have the money, but yeah, he's near Lem. Lem is, from mid to late game, almost without exception, just entirely our money source in Hollow Knight.
Yep.
We just sell the Lem. We very rarely actually collect the money ourselves, because Lem gives you so much more than the big Geo rewards.
Did Choco just skip the goal below Sanctuary? Or not a goal, but a check.
Yeah, he has Claw and he hasn't done it. Easy to forget often. It is Claw required. You don't get Claw this early too often. Usually it's something else that gets you in the green path. We will get this affectionately known as Autopilot Seal as Pip kills Soul Master on 1 HP, so he will get a couple checks out of this.
Yep. He'll get 1 check out of this. Or plus the 1.
Chest, yeah.
Yep.
Great Slash. Okay. Don't quit out. You have another check, but no, we're quitting out. Yeah, I can see, especially in Green Path, you can see the brownness of Choco's cloak. Gets to Overgrown Mound, easily marks the goal. He's gonna get Wraiths from there. And Pip has the money to beat this now. Okay. Again, from a Blackout standpoint, Blackout being where you have to mark every goal, you basically have to full clear the game.
Yeah.
In a lot of seeds. What Pip's doing makes sense. Like, you're gonna have to go to Soul Sanctum anyway. It's not bad for checks, but for Lockout, he's really getting punished with this already 6-1 scoreline. Presumably soon to be 7-1.
Yep.
And nothing at Wraiths. Simple key. Okay. It gives us access to waterways. We
Yep.
still can't get the Dung Defender sign. I don't think Simple Key actually gives us anything on the board, but it's checks for sure. Choco going back this way? Oh, okay. This might be faster than bench warping. I assume bench warping's faster, but I never timed it, so I don't know. Pip's gonna go to Soul Libra. Actually, our first Soul Libra check. Neither of them elected to Shade Skip, and once they found Claw, they both went their separate ways, parting from Crossroads. That is a goal. Is it a goal Pip wants? We will see. Nope.
Nope, that apparently is not a goal Pip wants.
Likely not seeing it on the board, if I'm being honest. I'm kind of surprised on the Vengefly King Massive Boss charge that Choco did, because he marked it like right a little bit after actually killing it. It almost seemed intentional when he marked it, but I couldn't really tell you. Choco getting up toward Leg Eater here. Getting to Leg Eater himself is actually kind of a chore. It's pretty difficult with Claw only.
Yep.
But it is possible. But he might not be going this way for Leg Eater. He might just be going, and probably is going, to be honest, for the Mantis Lore tablets after he does a couple checks here, the first of which being Explodey Relic, or Low Percent Relic, or Sporgs, or whatever you want to call it.
Explosion Tower.
Explosion Tower, also a good name. It gets the point across.
Yep.
So Pip finally going into peaks with Lantern. You can't get this check with Dash Claw, I don't think. You might be able to. I'm not really sure. I think you pogo that thing and you can Dash Claw to it.
I think you need Wings or Sea Dash?
Yeah, Sea Dash definitely gets you, Wings definitely gets you. I'm not sure with Dash Claw only if you can. I feel like there's a pogo there, but I could very much be wrong. Either way, he doesn't get it. quick slash doing work on Shroomal Ogres.
Yep. 2 cycles.
So for those wondering that HP bar Choco has, it's not by default an allowed mod. So like any mod, if the other runner doesn't want them to have it, so for example, if Pip said, no, I'd rather play without health bars, Choco would have to take it off, but if they agree to it, it's perfectly fine. And it obviously, it gives you a little bit of information, but doesn't give you anything like flight or, I don't know, anything game-breaking, basically.
There we go. Nice, claw-only leg eater by Choco.
Yep, pretty
Pip
precise
going
jump.
into, presumably, work on Crystal Guardian?
Yep, CG1 is a goal. This isn't too slow. Like, this is actually a pretty decent goal to get. There's a lot of checks up here, too. I like this.
And, I mean, the CG bench is a good bench to have for coming back.
Pip cannot get here. Okay, he's turning around. Yeah, CG1 bench, one of the most useful benches in the game. There's nothing near it, and there are a lot of checks near it. Or there's no benches near it, I should say, but there are a lot of checks. Similar to the Stone Sanctuary bench, actually.
Yes.
Both very nice benches. Choco's still dashless. Pip cannot get... Oh, he has dash. Pip can get this with a precise pogo. Oh, nicely done. He's gonna wait for that guy to turn around, and he was rewarded with wraiths.
Rewarded
Nice
with
spell.
Wraith, yes. The
Actually-
first spell of the game that we've seen.
Yeah, and even more relevant for Pip, because he can now cheese Crystal Guardian 1 by just spamming Dream Nail plus wraiths and never having it wake up.
Yep.
Or just wraiths that guy. Also an option. Choco making progress again with Claw. Both these lore tablets very much in easy logic. Not difficult to get to. No explosion poker required. Claw gets you almost everywhere you want to go in wastes.
Pip seems uninformed about the not waking up.
He's just showing off. I will say Pip's routing a little questionable, but his boss fights have looked pretty good.
Yeah, absolutely.
Choco freeing another grub. Okay. Has he checked grub? I don't think he's checked grubs, right? He just got Claw and rushed goals.
Yep.
Choco going this way, I don't know which way's faster. Like, which lore tablet order is faster. It's probably pretty similar. But there's a couple checks here. One being this journal. Or, I think it's a journal in vanilla. And one being the Claw check. And Pip buys High Blood, so he probably saw it on the board in his adventure in Crystal Peaks. And marks it with CG1. Okay. So part of me wonders if that was meant to be like a trick by Pip, where he's saying, "Oh look, High Blood's at CG1." But I don't know. There's no check at CG1, so I don't know if Choco's falling for that. Plus, I don't think Choco would go there for High Blood anyway.
No.
Pip backtracking here. Normally, you go to the left from the CG bench. You can get around and get a lot more access to more of Crystal Peaks. And that's what he's doing now. Went to the right originally. And Pancakes, or Choco, maybe looking for the Lord Tablet. Maybe just opening this for later, checking Claw. The other Lord Tablet is toward the right, a little bit above the Beretta bench. So I don't know if he is informed. Claw only, by the way, recently taken out of easy logic, because you do need to pogo. And by need, we mean like almost need where it's technically possible to not do a Mantis pogo, but it's... we don't even know if it's possible, to be honest. So. Mantis pogo definitely the easier way to go
Yeah,
about
there we
it.
go.
Nice little wall jump at the end there. And a simple keep his own.
Yep. So both having their own access to the sewers.
Yep, different keys. I keep forgetting Choco doesn't have dash. Like, I'm like, why isn't he just dashing? Oh, yeah. Oh, I don't know if he knows where the Mantis Lure tablet is. I would assume he'd be rushing it if he knew, but he could just be electing to do Mantis Lures. Pip in a room. I actually have no idea what room Pip's in. Oh, the beginning of the dive. No. Okay, he's going toward Crushers now. He does have dash. I have to keep like switching my brain as to which one of these guys has dash. Because I'm like, Pip, you can't do Crushers, you don't have dash. And I'm like, oh, yes he does.
Choco doing a fight that's not terrible and giving you 3 immediate goals or immediate checks as a reward, and then Super Secret Seal. So 4.
Yeah, not a bad. Oh, not a 1 for Pip. Not a bad few checks.
No.
Without any spells, a little bit slow. I'm just surprised he didn't do the Mantis Village Lore tablets first. But we should eventually see him climb to 7 goals, and then it'll be up to him what he wants to do next. Very possible to check Distant Village Stag. 0 will eventually be in Logic for him. Pale Lurker already in Logic. Well,
Yep.
Yeah, in Logic. Nosk possible, if he really wants to. Oh, 15 grubs also on the board. Choco has an advantage of that. He has 6 grubs and Pip only has 1. I completely missed that goal. So that's not actually a bad thing to do next. 15 not too far away. It's a little bit of a journey, but you get a goal out of it.
Yep. And he's not going out of his way for grubs, he's getting the ones as he's passing them. Like, he went to the Stone Sanctuary bench and didn't go up because there's no checks up there by Cornifer.
Yep. And I really like that play. I think it's not worth it to go and get grubs before you're rushing your 15.
No.
If they're entirely out of the way, that is.
Yeah, I mean, once you get like 11 grubs and you're like, oh, there's 2 grubs in Green Path that I can get to very easily. Okay, so that's 13, and then if you have King Station, like, there's another 2, like, immediate grubs.
Yep.
So, like, when you have higher numbers of grubs and you're like, okay, I'm not passing grubs anytime soon, going back for them is worth it, but not right now.
Pip not getting anything from any percent C-dash. That is C-dash with a claw and dash. In Logic, not too difficult to do, just a little bit of a long check, and unfortunately only pays out with a mass shard for him. Still some goals he can do that Choco can't, though.
Yep.
0 being the most notable. You just see how annoying climbing is without dash. You wouldn't think you need dash for climbing, and generally you don't, but like, a lot of these wall jumps just become a little bit more of a pain without that movement. Vessel frag.
Spore.
I don't think that's, yeah, it's not helpful to him. Maybe an easier Baldur toy than Weaver's Song, I guess. So there's that. And another Baldur toy.
Oh, yep.
Okay. Alright, now does Choco look up where the lore tablets are, or does he already know and has been tricking me this whole time?
I think he knows where they are. Pretty sure he sniped that goal on me before.
Like, you're being checked by Mudpip. Choco already checked this. And Thorns only, it looks like. So Chaco cannot do Bretta right now with Claw only. You need Claw and something, like C dash or Wings or Dash, or even an Air Stall technically. But he's gonna go toward this slower tablet first, which I like. That'll be 7 goals. Then he can probably check Dash Master, and we'll see what he does from there.
Chaco is informed of where the luck tablets are.
Pip is almost dead. He is living. And like you said earlier, the worst thing, probably, in a lockout is to be right behind the other person. Pip is now entering Fungal, as Chaco has just practically full cleared Fungal.
Yep.
He did not check the relic below Shrimal Ogres, which Pip might do here, because Pip does have Dash. Kind of struggling with this fight. Okay, Pip's good. Pip gets it done.
Alright, so in terms of goals after I can get done right now. 0 map pins can get done by Pip. Chaco can work on getting grubs. If he sells to Lem, he might be able to afford the 1500 GU in the bank.
Yeah, and Pip has
He
an
does have
Arcanic
that
too.
bench.
I think 1500 G is actually a very good goal to go toward from both of them.
Yeah.
Because with that goal that Chaco just marked, we basically marked all the early game goals.
Yep.
So we're gonna 1500 G is starting to become actually a good goal in comparison to the rest of the board. Looking especially pretty sitting next to Eternal Ordeal 20 zones. 5 Hallowness Seals with shops might also not be far off, but again, that's something that will most likely require LEM access.
Yep.
Yeah, 2 Seals just at Salubra alone, so I don't know how many they have or how many are at shops, but definitely a relevant goal. And another Arcane Egg for Mudpip, so really the game's asking him to do Geo. Mudpip's into some funny places so far. So far, Mudpip has cleared Storeroom, Soul Sanctum, Peaks, and is now going into Top of Wastes.
So this row check gonna pay off with the Dream Nail that Pip has had for a while.
He could rush 0 here. That might be what he's doing now. Doesn't look like it.
Map pins.
Oh,
Chaco
yeah.
isn't formed.
Yeah, that makes more sense. That's a smart goal. Really good to see him go right there. Especially after I tried to lie to him with 0, obviously testing him.
Obviously.
Right. So yeah, 5 map pins you can buy from the start of the game, or once you've used the stag technically. And you need either 1 through Trampass, or Dreamrail gives you 2, which is more than enough to buy the 6 map pins required for the goal. That's 5. This last one's going to cost him a bit more, but that'll be 6. Pip may be going to LEM here. It could also be Basic, it could also be Waterways. City leads to a lot of things. I guess technically it could also be Watcher Knights, but we're a little bit past that now. Not talking to LEM? Okay, he's going back. And Pip does have Great Slash, actually, so even easier for him to sell to LEM. Oh, you already unlocked this. Well,
I'm taking this way to get to Resting Ground, which you can respect because it gives him another check on the way up. But the other one does put him in Crystal Peak, which would... So it's a check trade-off.
Yeah, I don't know which is faster. I tend to think this is faster, but that's just a guess. Worth it.
That proving completely worth it because not only can he check Resting Grounds, but he can check the Crypt.
Yep. And Grubs and Soul Sanctum, which Pip already has Grubs. Lore Tablets and Soul Sanctum.
Yep.
Which Pip has progress toward, but will potentially get locked out. Pip does sell and goes to Melabel here, which I like. Pip's got to work on those matching skills. I'm a little disappointed by how slowly he got to 1500. I'll talk to him after the race. We have to unmark that.
What?
Oh, the half 1500. So he withdrew it afterwards, and you have to keep the 1500 in the bank, which I am going to message in the bingo chat. So yeah, unfortunately we do have to unmark that goal.
Yep.
I didn't know he took it out until after, so it won't get unmarked for a little bit. Again, just a consequence of stream delay, but hopefully he'll see and kind of understand what happened there. The reason that you have... Wow, C-dash for Choco. The reason that you have to keep it is because it says have 1500, not put 1500. If it just said put, it'd be fine, but have 1500 implies, like, you're actually losing that 1500 geo. Otherwise, it's not as consequential a goal.
Okay, so did you take that off, or did you message him about it?
I marked it off and then messaged him, and he said okay. So I think he knows. Oh, yeah. And my guess is that's what this warp is.
Yep.
Probably could have afforded to sit on a bench first, but he'll secure the goal. Re-secure the goal, I suppose. It's a little harsh considering Pip's already behind like 8-3, but it's more than anything, it's just so to kind of establish a precedent. Like, if you don't unmark it for someone behind 8-3, what about when a game's tied 12-12, you know?
Yep.
So we have to have rules. Choco has dive, which is like the only spell that's not gonna help you. The 1500 going back in, and presumably Pip will remark the goal. If not, I might remark it for him. No, he marks it. Okay.
Alright, so 46 minutes in and we have 12 goals done, which are probably
Half
the
the board.
earliest goals. We get some late goals, like things you can do, but you kind of don't want to, like Nosk.
Like Nosk, yeah. Like Trader Lord, like Eternal Ordeal. Soul Sanctum might be the next thing Choco does. The 1500 goal was stolen. Dung Defender Sign, he has C-Dash, so he could do that now if he wanted to.
Yep.
But he doesn't have Dash, so it'd be more annoying for him to do it than Pip, by a margin. He needs that Dash, well. 15 Grub's also definitely catching my eye. Pip also forgets to check that journal, it seems.
Yeah, especially with the dive now, the Lord Tablets being something that Choco can take from Pip, even though Pip set it up with having killed Soulmaster.
So I don't know if you can do... What Chuck is trying to do is get on top of that little roof and C-Dash off of it, but I don't know if that's something you can actually do without Dash. We'll see. No, we won't see. He tried it a couple times, and he's just going to continue to it right now. Is Pip doing no eyes? Okay, no. That would have been a weird play.
Yeah, that journal below Stone Sanctuary, following the law of if you don't check it, it's something important.
Yeah, I'm sure it's wings now. There's no other option. Our first Essence checks, we will see 8 goals here. Well, goals. Checks, not 8 goals.
8
Paladin
goals.
Seal. Yeah, buy that. There's 5 on the board. We're getting close.
Yeah.
I think something for not even new, but even experienced rendo players is if you see goals like that, like 5 Helena Seals on the board, or Wanderer's Journals, or a Mass Shard, or a Soul Vessel, like anything that could be shops. It's really important to remember to like pay attention when you check shops early, because otherwise you're gonna have to recheck. And that's something I try to work on, because like early you're just looking for goals that you can immediately mark, and you're rushing so fast. It's hard to like remember, hey, Zelda had 2 Hollowness Seals or whatever.
Yep.
Sprint Master. Actually pretty good for Choco.
Yep. Not quite zoomies, but still.
It's a zoom, just not a zoom.
Yeah, Choco can do Dung Defender Sign. Because
Yeah,
he
he
has
can.
the C dash to
like,
get over the spikes.
Yeah, he has to go through waterways. He can't do the spike tunnel, but very doable. Crypt's some of the fastest checks in the game here. You can check 4 things here with Claw and Dive. 5 if you count Flower Quest, but in a Lockout, I don't know if we're ever going to see Flower Quest. Maybe one day. Flower Quest all the way to get the item, that is. We have seen Flower Quest to Elderbug, because that is a goal.
Yep.
Crypt's check number 1. Absolutely nothing. Pip's struggling the Green Path climb here. I don't like this play from Pip, just because Green Path is somewhere that you know Choco's been.
Yeah.
Based on the goals he's marked. Check 2 is a King's Idol, which is slightly better than absolutely nothing. Cyclone, which is slightly better than we're improving on these checks, but they're not great. Cyclone, unironically, Choco's first Balder killer that is not a charm. He's finding a lot of them, just not the easy ones. Oh no, he has Dive. What am I talking about? He has Dive.
Choco?
Do you not check?
Choco, that was Bellfly.
Okay, 3 checks in Crypts. Exactly 3, no more, no less. Don't worry about it.
LG is pretty easy for a Balder killer.
Yeah, it's pretty easy, I agree. Elegy, one of the easier ones. Fortune, pretty easy, it's just kind of... You have to know how to use it, but if you know how to use it, it's very easy to use, I'd say. And we're going toward Grubs now. Respectable. Do not have to kill this guy, you know. He does not know. So, he is very capable of just freeing that Grub and warping out, but he's electing to do this fight instead. Oh, if you want to go further left, yeah, it makes sense, actually.
Yep.
I don't know if warping out would have been faster, but no matter what, Sprint Master definitely would have been faster. So I'll choose to blame him for that instead of not warping out. Choco, where's Sprint Master? Go zoom.
We didn't see Hornet from Choco when he was here, so this is the first time we are seeing this from either runner right now.
Yep, and Acid Bridge and Thorns also things Pip can do that Choco cannot.
Yes, air stall.
Yeah, Acid Bridge not the... well, and Claw. You can just dash off twice and you'll get there, or air stall. I don't know if Pip knows about it though, but it's not hard. Meanwhile, Choco going toward Rafters to Lem, presumably. He could be going toward 5 Hollowness Steels, he could be going toward 15 Grubs. And there's Dash at 12, which unironically could end up being Choco's first dash.
Yep.
Quarrel bench, West bench.
Quirrell bench, best bench for getting back to No Master.
Yeah, that's true.
I tend to leave a dream gate right outside of Lem, and
Yeah.
then I'll walk. I don't mind walking over to the Nail Master after that because Lem give me money.
Yeah, Lem is probably the best place for a Dream Gate. There's so much stuff around it, and there are no like the closest bench is the Squirrel one, which is kind of annoyingly out of the way. There's like no checks anywhere near there. And Pip continuing Beast Stun now, it looks like. Oh, no, he's going reverse deepness. Okay, that's a play. Fair enough. A quick shout out to the Deep Nest Mac made by HCF Wesker, which does Deep Nest without vertical. Part of like the new Plando stuff that Hamathe's been releasing. Plando being like a rando, but it's user placed items, so you can decide what's where, and they can get very, very difficult, as showcased by HC.
Yeah, Deep Nest without vertical. That was a thing. I heard there was a glowing womb thing.
Hey, no spoilers. I've already spoiled too much. I mean, actually, without vertical isn't really like if you get into HC's Deep Nest, you want to know what's going to happen. But yeah, there's a lot of jank skips in that like are not in logic at all. It's impressive he found so many back to back, all so close to each other. I think Conra finding some similar stuff, if not identical stuff, earlier, but HC making the Plando of it.
Interesting to note that you can actually slash the grubs through the floor.
Yep, I think that's a QOL thing. I don't know if that grub you actually can, to be honest. I know you can in 1-2-1. You can now?
Yep, I did it the other day.
Oh, nice.
That's
proof enough for me. Pip's going up to... I have no idea where Pip's going. I'm going to be completely honest. He's going to Mask Maker. And then, like, where? QGA egg, I guess, is a check that is possible.
Is
Let's talk to Mask Maker again.
No.
We're going back. He's practicing his any percent. I respect it. It is certainly Hell in a Seal time for Choco.
Yep.
420. Nice. Less nice. If only I'd paid attention. So he does mark the 5 Hana Seals goals. I'm gonna trust it. We can look at the VOD to see how many he sold to Lem. Or one of the trackers that no one ever signs up for can do that. Yeah, I don't know. It's something I'm gonna trust.
Yep.
It's 2 now, so he does showcase the 2 now. Yeah, I guess going in the VOD to see how many he sold to Lem would be easy. GG's Hut. What? Is this for money?
Yep.
Huh. Okay. So yeah, in Rando we do have Steel Soul Gym here. You can sell eggs for money. This is a play. I don't know, usually you see Simple Keys being used on Pleasure House or God Tuner, but not required. This is certainly something you can do.
Choco is pale ore.
Yeah.
I think we're gonna see a nail upgrade.
There's only one option, really.
Especially with, like, Lost Kin being on the board.
Yeah, Lost Kin is in Logic, but they're getting really bad spells for now.
Yeah.
Like, nail upgrade's your only real way to kill it. I don't think Choco has a... No, he has Dive. Well, Dive's pretty good. No Shaman, no Spell Twist, no P-Dark, though.
Yeah.
Shape of Un.
I think he's just buying charms to get notches.
It is Geo Day for Choco. Yeah, he just wants to notch. What crazy charms does he have? I'm so confused why he wants notches. He really wants them though.
Is spending money on the board? No. Okay.
I don't. This isn't necessarily a bad play from Choco to get his combat strength up. It's just such an unorthodox play. Like he didn't even know what charm he wants. Long nail, I
No.
guess. Yeah. The full gray charm build. Colorful. There's dash at 3 more grubs, Choco. There's a goal at 6 more grubs. Why are we buying quick focus? I'm so confused. This is like the weirdest play so far. I mean, he's up 10-4. He's in a very, very good position.
Yeah.
It's just like... He has 2 Geo.
He's going back to lab? Did he buy
Yeah.
anything?
I don't even know if he has a relic. Yeah, he bought 2 more Helena Seals for the goal. And apparently a King's Idol. And nail upgrades time. Okay.
Okay.
You do you, bud. Pip, meanwhile, has gone through most of Reverse Deep Nest and is now at the tram pass bench. Or tramway bench, I think, technically. I guess this is progress toward Nosk from Pip, but Nosk is painful right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, if I'm Chaco, the path to victory, in my eyes, is rebuild Lore Tablet, Soul Sanctum, Pale Lurker with these nail upgrades now, and obtain 15 grubs.
Grubs, yep.
Or, yeah, don't even do Pale Lurker and get the Dung Defender sign. Even easier. Of those, Pip cannot do Soul Sanctum, Pip cannot do Dung Defender sign, and both Pale Lurker and grubs would be, well... Oh no, that says 2. Yeah, Pale Lurker and grubs would both be painful. Pip doesn't really have damage for Pale Lurker, I think.
Yeah, Pip's been ignoring grubs. C-Dash was above King Station. The gauntlet.
Yeah, I forget what I was talking about, but
Yep.
I remember
Here's
Chucker
grub.
doing that at the time. Yeah, Chuck's going grubs. I remember Chuck doing that at the time and thinking, this is kind of a waste of time, check. And then Chuck found C-Dash and proved me entirely wrong. Wait, what? There's a grub down here, right? No, he's going this way. Okay.
He doesn't have a dash.
Oh yeah, I keep forgetting. We're an hour in. Oh, poor Chaco. Oh, what? Pip's so close to Hot Springs bench. And he just ditched. No!
Oh, there we go.
He's so lost.
Presumably going to get, grubs for the dash.
The dash and the goal. He's only 4 grubs away from the goal now. Once you're this close, you kind of just rush the home stretch, in my opinion.
Yeah.
And yeah, Pip cannot get to Nos without a Shade Skip here. Or doing this. This is also possible. He went too far. Dark Deep Nest, I guess? This is really just Pip lost a Deep Nest, I think.
Yeah.
So yeah, it looks like
Chuck
Chuck
can do over here is the vessel fragment.
another Hellas here.
Can't even check
Yep.
this.
So he does this quick check. It looks like he's not going to Pale Lurker yet. Where are we going from here exactly? Nos? I don't know where else this is going. Oh, he's doing quick checks, I think. Maybe. This feels like Nosk, which is like... I mean, he has the damage for it, but just in comparison to some of these other goals, seems very slow to me. But he can kind of do whatever he wants to close out at this point.
Yep.
He has dash waiting for him at Grubfather. I don't even know if he knows. I don't think he checked grubs.
I don't think he did either.
Yeah.
And presumably after you get 15 grubs, you want to go see what your reward is.
Oh, this could be a grub rush too. Because there's the grub at Sportium, and then like a few quick ones in Deepness.
Yep. $13? You cannot do this. Oh yes you can. You have C-Dash.
If he doesn't use C-Dash, he can't do it.
Yep.
It would not surprise me if he forgot about his C-Dash by now. Because he hasn't been using it, it seems.
There is one grub down here that he can get to as long as he falls correctly. Which he does.
Yeah. All you gotta do is hold right. Or left, I guess.
Alright.
Should be 14 coming up, and then he can get the 15th at Nosk and just go right to Nosk, but it looks like he's quitting out. Okay, I would guess the 15th is at the,
He didn't get the
Pogo
one right under Grubfather, so that'll
Yeah,
be 15.
I think that's what he's doing, and then ideally he checks Grubfather after and gets his dash, and he can be happy. Pip is back in Fungal.
Oh my god.
Are you, alive?
Yeah, my cat was just under my chair when I moved it.
I see. Is the cat okay?
Yep, she's okay. She had a traumatic
Alright.
morning. She went to
And a
go get her
traumatic
nails
afternoon.
clipped this morning. She was not happy with me.
Well, Choco gets his 11. Gonna get dash now. Then it's kind of on him what he wants to do for his last two goals. Nail 2, not a bad play here from Choco. I kind of like
No.
it. Because you have a lot of goals that are, well, not a lot, but a few. Like Lostkin, Nos, Kale Lurker. There's his dash.
Yep.
Pip coming back here to check Klob. Choco obviously already even checked this when he did the Mantis Village lore tablets. I don't have any idea what was here. Oh, second simple key.
Second
Okay.
simple key.
Gathering Swarm and Sprint Master. What an election. Yeah, it looks like both lore tablets in the Sanctum. I like this. Especially with Nail 2. He should rip through Soul Master.
Yep, so this will be 12 from Choco.
Yeah, it takes a little bit of time, but probably not too bad. Pip also, without dive and without C-Dash, doesn't have a really good way to contest anymore.
Nope. Choco, go read the lore tablet.
He refuses.
Clearly.
He would rather do this. Unnecessary fight. But it does give Gia And if there's one
Yeah.
thing I've learned about the person who spent 7,217 Geo, it's that he likes to spend Geo.
Yes, he does.
He even has glowing, or not glowing loom, gathering swarm.
Gathering Swarm.
Pip is really choosing places where it is easy to get lost. He's gone to Deep Nest and now Waterways.
Yeah. Oh, come on, Choco. You have a nail art. You can avoid this room entirely.
Does he?
Yes. Yes, Cyclone.
Oh yeah. Cyclone do it? Probably.
Yes. All of them will, I think.
Another arcane egg, he'll be happy.
Yeah, no. He doesn't need any more money. Choco, stop now. Stop collecting money.
No, he literally can't. He has a charm that does it for him. You can see how far the HP bar goes down every time he hits him.
Yep.
Oh yeah, he's quick slash too. He's having a good time.
This fight meant to be one of the earlier ones in the game because of dive.
Yeah, meant to be the thing you either do right after Mantis Lords or right after getting Claw before Mantis Lords. Pip cannot do this. He will quickly find out. It looks like he was trying to read the Dung Defender sign, but you do need C-Dash or Ismas. Or you can do it with a Spike Tunnel Skip plus Dash plus Claw plus Wings, but none of those things Pip has.
Yep.
So this will be his first lore tablet.
Hey.
Oh yeah, great flash. We did see Pip doing this. Great Slash was the place they went at the very beginning.
Yep. Okay. No, my stream froze and I wasn't.
Yeah, same here. And it froze right when Choco would have read the lore tablet. Which is unfortunate because now I have no idea if he did.
I don't believe he did.
It seems weird that you do the chest first.
I don't
Right, go.
believe he knows where they are if he...
Yeah, if he's going out this way, I don't think he does. I'm gonna go back in Shaka's VOD to see if he actually read it.
He didn't read it.
He didn't? Okay.
No. Actually, I maybe go back in the VOD then, because if he's marking that...
I'm looking at the VOD right now to see if he read the top one. Yeah, he actually did dive down and read it in, the
Okay.
VOD, in his own VOD.
Then that like speed gaming crash was ill-timed. It didn't look like he had enough time to read that between when my thing froze on him.
Yeah, it froze at like the perfect moment to confuse us. Has he read the second one then? I was looking at his
Yes.
VOD. I assume so. Alright, well, it's 12.
Yep.
So I think Pip is doing this in hopes of lowering the water so he can read the Dung Defender sign. Unfortunately, still not going to help him. It's still going to have the same requirements.
Yep, and here's gonna be Choco's.
Look at the right Chaka. I guess you can get the bench this way.
Yep. Just in case of some ill-timed death on the way over there.
Yeah, Waterway's a fairly annoying place. Not super dangerous, you can often get a lot of soul and heal, but that was a nice sea dash. But might as well have the bench, you have a comfortable lead.
Yeah.
He apparently knows his waterways sea dashes, which is a term I never thought I'd say.
Waterway sea dashes, I like it.
I really don't. One or two more sea dashes, he should be over. Yeah, only one actually. He just has to get up here and read the sign if he knows where it is. It looks like he does. And that will be GG from Pip and Choco. Choco taking it 13-4. A lot of early goal marking from Choco, and he kind of never stopped marking goals. Cool. That is the race then. We should get Pip and Choco in here right as I said that. Lovely.
How's it
Hey,
going?
Choco.
GG.
GG's.
You had so you had Distant Village Stag from Fury. Do you want to take a guess at what was behind Distant Village Stag?
Was it a dash? Because if it wasn't,
was a
then I don't
dash.
care. It was a dash?
Yep.
Fantastic. Then I
Yep.
do care.
Pip went there early, so we're watching Pip dash around, and you're just walking around doing claw jumps, and we're like, come on, you've had access to this.
I mean, I ended up getting a dash at Grubs, so it didn't matter.
You did.
Just saying.
Yeah, you had a lot of early goals that you marked by going left side. Pip, I'm kind of curious, after getting Claw, why you chose to go to storerooms and Soul Sanctum of all places.
Because I kind of assumed that that's where he was going to go. I didn't even think that I could race him to the chat. So.
That's fair. You had dash, as it turns out, and he didn't, so there was potential there, but yeah, that's a fair reason.
Yeah, I was wondering why why I didn't have a dash yet for a while, but I just kept trucking along. I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna keep focusing on objectives and just get it done.
Yeah, pretty clean play overall. There was some weird, when you had like 10 objectives or something, you're like, it is time to just buy all the charms and get all of
power
them.
We were
up.
trying to figure out why you were buying things.
It's power up time. It's time to get strong. We need
Yeah,
to
but
get
there was
strong.
Nothing to get strong with.
Lost Kin. I was planning on killing Lost Kin, but then I
No.
realized I could have got there without killing Lost Kin.
Not to get strong for, to get strong with. Like, well, is Baldur's Shell really your charm of choice?
I did not have Boulder Shell equipped, thank you.
So you're just buying the charms to get the notches so you could potentially pick up something useful on the way down there?
Yep.
Okay.
He's stimulating the economy.
He was hoping for that Ancient Basin Unbreakable Strength.
I mean, you don't know what you're gonna pick up.
That is rando, yeah.
And I would much rather have more charm slots than less.
Makes sense. I respect it. Yeah, pretty clean win. That'll put you at 1 and 2. It will be at 0 and 3 going into round 4. We do have more races coming up, though. A lot more races in round 3, the closest of which is happening in only 40 minutes from now on the main Speed Gaming channel. That's 5 o'clock East. Do I have that wrong? Is it an hour
No.
40?
It's an hour and 40.
Hour 40, thank you. That's on the main Speed Gaming channel, and I completely forget who that is. That's Dow and someone, I think?
I believe so.
Might as well check, right? We got time.
Check.
It is the other Ash versus Dow.
Yep. With Acrid and Quack commentating that, and then tomorrow, July 4th, we have another race at 3 p.m. Who would have guessed? Prime time.
But yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Tune in about an hour and a half, hour 40 on the main channel for the next race between Ash and Dow. And that's all I got to say.
Yeah. GG's, guys.
GG's.
GG's.
GG's.